have the call.
Thank you, James. It's a match day made for two footballing nations from the north, with temperatures hovering just below freezing. Canada
true patriot love in all of us command.
Partner in David.
And we're off at BMO Field. Glad he could join us as it's sent long in the direction of Joel Waterman, and he lets it bounce into.
We're out for a corner that Schwanier normally has a terrific delivery right in under the goalkeeper. Olafsson's crossbar, I would think.
Schwanier whipping it inside. Someone trying to meet it at the near post, still banging around in there, and it'll be a second bite at the apple for Canada.
Yeah, I don't know if they deserved that one. I think it was Waterman that put this out, but John Freeman can't quite see it in the melee. Not a great ball from Schwanier, but Buchanan can ricocheting around. He's got another attempt now, Mathieu Schwanier, to get this a little bit more central and in the middle of the 6-yard box.
He took so many corners and free kicks in training yesterday. This one a poor one against France, knocking out England.
It wasn't a country of, what is it, about 300,000 people. Incredible performances, a real golden patch for Icelandic football. You look, oh, bad shot.
Jamal Miller, a poor ball back, and it's Oscarsson one-on-one with St. Clair, and he finishes. And Canada behind in the early going here, as it's the Real Sociedad man, Ori Oscarsson, the captain.
From Kamal Miller, he just gets it all wrong, doesn't sort his feet out enough, and it's his short, right-footed back pass that leaves Dane St. Clair in no man's land. Oscarsson's right onto it, and see how he just composes himself, takes a look, and puts the side foot, the right side foot through the ball, hits it with just a little bit of power down the left-hand side of Dane St. Clair into the back of the net, and the crowd really are shocked by that. A goal out a little bit slow with the passing, just keep moving the ball, try and build into the game with a bit of sustained possession.
Buchanan 1-on-1 v. Ellertson. Buchanan getting the better of him, headed inside, falling to Larea, never caught it the way he wanted. And it goes out for a goal kick as Canada have their first big half chance of the match.
Now it comes again from Tejon Buchanan. He's been the liveliest player in red so far. Good play, not a bad ball in, not defended too well, and at the edge of the box, a couple of Canadian players. It's Larea who is assertive enough to get onto. Certain it's Larea, yeah, who sort of leans into Thorsteinsson. He falls quite awkwardly, doesn't he, into his teammate. The pass, there's the play there in the middle of the park, which leads to this 4v4 for Canada. Good little run from Larin, left the space for Ali Ahmed. I like it though, John. I like how he's trying to find his partner. This is lovely for him. Move around, find space, create things for others. Schwanier's trying to get his delivery right from this near side now with right foot outswinger.
It seemed like the outswingers were working for him yesterday in training. Schwanier one off the training pitch, short to Buchanan. Back to Schwanier, now Ahmed takes a touch. Lifting it inside, falls to Segur, top of the box, blocked. Now David. Closed off well. Back to Jonathan David. Able to play Saliba, and it's right into the arms of Olafsson. First shot on target for Canada.
Better though, lock up this game and take control of it. Saliba with some space and time, and a touch tentative. You're going to be more decisive there. What is he, 16 yards? He's trying to curl it in the far.
Linson, the ball harrowing nearly to Ellertson, and he's able to take it down ahead of Segur. Back to Oscarsson. Oscarsson again! Ori Oscarsson, the 21-year-old, with a
afforded 3 or 4 yards of space. It comes from a turnover, the competitiveness in the middle of the park, and once he comes inside and Oscarsson just bends his run to create that space, and it's the fullback Ellertson that plays him in. Perfect way to pass, doesn't have to think about anything else, but allowing it to come across his body and hit it pure and true, and that he does. Emphatically past Dane St Clair and into the back of the net. And the Icelandic captain is having a field day this afternoon in Toronto, trying to establish a tempo and a style to this game that makes Iceland think defensively, because at the moment it's far too easy.
Chouanier needs a good delivery here. Over the head. Miller shifting play to Ahmed. He's been dangerous in his first half. Ali Ahmed. Top of the box. Able to turn and swivel and shoot, and Jonathan David never really caught it the way he wanted to.
No, but it was wonderful. The way that he receives this and swivels and hits it upon the Iceland. You've got to move the ball and stretch them and make them run into areas they don't want to go.
Canada trying to get back into this on the half-hour mark. Chouanier.
It's the key to the game. They've got to play quicker. They've got to stretch this comfortable defence at the moment.
Chouanier trying to put it on a plate. Someone is on the end of it, and somehow Laren unable to finish at the back post.
I wonder if it's behind them, because he should not this in the back of the net. Great ball. No, that's a little deflection there from Ellertson, who puts it off the shoulder of Laren. It's just moving. You're right, John. A terrific ball from Ali Ahmed. Little reverse pass. It's so good. The timing of the movement. He takes it well, he opens his body up, and you know, he hits it hard, he goes for power. I've got to...
Anderlecht man, and so a triple change coming up for Canada. Now we are going to see the first minutes for Marcelo Flores. Made the one-time switch from Mexico to Canada. Saliba switching play to Buchanan. Saliba. One touch into David, back to Tajon Buchanan, going over, and the penalty is called. And Canada will have a chance, 65 minutes in, to have this Iceland lead.
Anytime the pace is increased in this game, and Canada have a little dangerous, and they've looked like they can cause Iceland problems, and it was brilliant football. It was really quick, little sharp stuff. Saliba involved. It's poor from Ellertson. He doesn't need to make the challenge like that. It's lazy defending, but credit to Buchanan that Jonathan David will take to try and half the deficit.
Jonathan David, 1 goal for Juventus so far this year from the penalty spot. He's gone barren for Canada recently. Big chance for his confidence and big chance for Canada to make these final 20.
So bothered with people at the D, and he's speaking to Larea, and he's creating a longer delay on Jonathan David. He should be forcing Olofsson back into his goal. It's poor refereeing this, putting his attention on the wrong thing and adding to the pressure that's on.
David versus all of 6'7" Elias Olofsson in front of the new stand. David steps up and finishes coolly past Olofsson. The 38th goal of Jonathan David's storied Canadian. Canada right back in this one.
There's a foul, not a lot in it, but definitely some contact. Buchanan goes over, and this was a test of Jonathan David's composure, how he would collect himself as there was a lot of noise in and around the box, and Olofsson's trying to play the man.
Still plenty of time to find that equalizer. Buchanan, he's been fantastic, flicking it to David, to Daniel Jevison. Jevison, top of the 18, moving inside, it's another pen for Canada! And it's the Bournemouth boy, Daniel Jevison, cutting in. And it's going to be a second.
Jevison down, but once he got the defender, Magnuson squared up. It was lovely. Everything suggested he was going to go in his stronger right, but the footwork to just jink inside.
A few minutes ago, put it to the left of Olofsson. What will he do now? Jonathan David to equalize for Canada, and he does exactly the same thing. Double trouble from Iceland and double bubble for Jonathan David. It's 2-2.
Perfect work in the box. The clumsy challenge from Magnuson, and an obvious penalty that Jonathan David slots into the bottom corner. It was a replica of his first, and this match is level.